everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and this will be my Monday stitch for this week. Now, I've got a couple of things I just wanted to talk to you about. One thing, okay, so if you're using felt, I mentioned this in my last video, if you're doing an outline around something, say, and you don't want to, and you want to use, like if you got a blanket and you want the back and the front, you know, to look right. If you're doing a blanket stitch, you can come up at the back, right? I'll just show you what happens if I'm going to get back down the same place there. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to come up through the back. And I'm going to make a stitch, right, like so. Now you can go behind there and you can think that you're in the right place, but you can't see what you're doing. So I like to make sure that I'm going to make these level, because if I don't, I'm doing it wrong. So we'll undo that. I'm going to leave this going because I want you to see me make mistakes. Sorry about this. I want my edge to go around there, okay, so I'm going to come up through the back and I'm going to go back down near where I come out and come up again, right, okay, now we've done that bit. But we haven't checked to see what we've got behind us, but we're going to have a look in a minute. Look what I've done. I've managed to make this big kerfuffle here. Good on me. Look at me go. Oh, star me. Oh dear, oh dear. Look, there's me knot up here because I went through it. Do you want to what? Ah dear, I do feel better, but it's still going. I do feel much better now. Thank you to everybody for your well wishes. I still don't feel particularly back to myself, but I'll be there in a minute. I'm sure I keeps getting better. It's not really something that I'm not waking up the next day thinking, oh gee, that's good. You do for a second, and then you think, oh no, ew. Still feel peculiar. Look what I've done here. Sorry about this. Oh dear, I bet everybody's turned that off now that hasn't seen me before. I'm sorry about this, and I hope you're still there because I'm probably going to do this properly in a minute. Okay, so come up the back of here. This is where we want to do our blanket stitch. And we're going to go around here. We're going to go back down through near there, not through your knot this time. Don't go through your knot. But see, you'll know we're near there where you come up, are you? Look at that. See how much difference that makes from one side of the thing to the other? That is really weird, isn't it? Wait a minute. Look, if I'm going back down near there, I'm closer. Righto. I don't know what I'm doing, do I? I hope so. I'm trying to show you something, okay? I'm trying to show you something. Right, so that's that bit. Now, if you're going to go, if you want both sides to look the same, so you need to go down in the back here and then just check to make sure that you're actually got this lined up well. Otherwise, your stitches on either side won't be even, if you know what I mean. So you could probably put that down in there, and then when you come up on the other side, you could be way up there. See that? If you go in at an angle. I'm trying to explain this without too much success, obviously. I'm having a go. I'm having a go. So that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that when you put your needle down in here, that's where it's actually coming out at the back, because sometimes you can put it in on an angle and you won't get it straight, okay? If you're not watching what you're doing, because I could go down in here and to come through to the other side, and I'm going to end up there a bit, and I don't want to be up there. I want to be down here, so they're all level. You get me what I'm saying? I hope you do. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, because what you can see on one side is not necessarily what's going to happen on the other side as well. So you want both the sides to look the same. Like they don't have to look the same as each other, but you need them level. You need your stitches to be level on either side, because you're going to be able to see this. So you go down in there, you go down, and if you come on an angle, like that's not even going to do it to me. It's not making it wrong, is it? If I was doing this and I wanted to do it particularly for something, that wouldn't be working for me, I'm telling you now. But I'm trying to show you how you can make a mistake and I can't. That's something different, isn't it? Thank you, people, for watching me do that. I'm sorry about this. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut that off. I need to do a little bit more, another one of these, because a lady said she couldn't get the hang of how I did that. But just before I do that, I want to do a thing called a coral stitch, right? Now, the coral stitch will go somewhere, maybe over here, okay? So you need to come up through the back, okay, through the back of your work, get a knot, have a nice piece of thread, lay that down over there like so. Then you want to go around here and make sure that you've got all that curled up around there, and you go back here, and you must have to go through to the back, do you? Not particularly. Go to the front of there and you pull this up here somehow without it, and it's going to be too long because you need it back here somewhere. It's like making a knot, isn't it? Sonya's made it too long, and you go down in there then. Okay, that's a really long way apart. That's just not right, is it? Okay, we're doing a lot of mucking up today. Anyway, let's just keep going. I can't see. I know what I've done. I've got my book here next to me and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so you want to come up here at A, go down here at B, go down in the behind, you want to go through the thread, okay, and bring your needle back up underneath there. Make sure you got this all around here, that way, and then pull that through, and you got a coral stitch. Well, it's probably meant to be up a bit closer. Maybe I've gone too far. So go over there, put your needle down in here, come back up really close to the underneath of that piece of thread and pull that up like that, okay? And then go along a bit further and go down there. You want to go just fair under your piece of thread, okay? Not make it big like the first one I did. How's that look? That's better, isn't it? Righto. See? So lay it down, put it under there, go right close underneath and pull that through and you got a knot, okay? Maybe you could be a bit more impressive if you had a bit bigger muslin. If you had a bit bigger thicker piece of thread, maybe it'd be more impressive. Can you see that? Look, there. Go down in there, come up this way. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm going to have a look in a minute. I'm going to have a look at the book in a minute, see if it's right. After me teaching us to do something wrong. Okay, go down in there, get right close up underneath that. And that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Is that what you're supposed to do? Yep, that's him. That's not hard, is it? That's real easy, that is. As long as you don't forget to pick up the material, Sonya. You got to get your cotton down in there and get that there, and you got your coral stitch. Okay, so that's that one, and it is not bad, is it? I like that. That looked really nice with some flowers or something on it. Anyway, so let's do this other one again, so the lady can see it properly, because she couldn't see what I was doing. I was doing it out in the lounge room, and I didn't have the camera in the right place, so therefore you couldn't see what I was up to. But I'm going to do two different colours now, so I need something that's reasonably bright. There's an orange one, you can see that for miles, okay? There's a nice bright one, and there's a green one. How about that? Now these are pretty thick, so I hope I can make a hole big enough to pull them through. Maybe a little bit bigger needle might be a way to go. So I'm going to put 2 pieces of thread into my cotton. This is not actually called, I don't think it's called magic. It's called 2-coloured, but I like the idea of magic. See, one of the books I looked at, it said it was magic, and then the other one didn't. So it just depends who you are, if you believe in magic. I don't know. It's very clever. It just, the way it does it, it just works nice. It's not that hard to understand either how it works. So Let's just try it. Would you be better if I threaded one of these at a time, wouldn't it? I got them through though, so nobody panic. Now, there's a lot of thread in there as well. Put a knot. I want them both the same length, so one's a bit longer than the other. Okay. Now, the other lot I did was over here. And I don't know if I can fit these next to it. I'll put them over here so you can see. It'll show up on here, I hope. And it's going to be hard to pull that through, but it will be right. We can manage it. And so pull them both through together at the same time. Now, you want to go down there next to where you come out. Don't go through your knots. And put this down like so. Righto? Now, as everybody will know, this is a repeat of this thread, this stitch, because it wasn't very visible before when I did it. So keep pulling the green one through, and there you've just got orange, because you just want to pick up that bit. I've got thread as well. Okay, so now you want to go, now this is the part she said she couldn't really see, and that's okay, because I know I was looking at it myself. I wasn't actually showing you very good. So go down in here. Actually, I want the green one. I want the green one to be the top thread. So go back down near where you come out, as close as you can get. Don't go back down the same hole, because you'll unpull what you're doing, as far as I know. And just pull that through there, which is not going to be easy, is it? What have I done here? Too much. This is all bending up and kicking round, and it's not my day to do this, is it? Obviously. I'll get back in the swing of things soon, I'm sure. And then you've got a green one, see? Right? So you want to go... The thread I'm using is way too thick. That's an issue, right? It's too thick, but, you know, I wanted you to be able to see what I was doing. So go back down in there. I'm just a little bit above it. Okay? And come down. And just put your orange one underneath. Alright, let's put the orange one underneath. And it's not easy to get through because you've got all that thread. That's my fault. It's okay if you use a thinner thread, it'll work. I just wanted to see how it works without, so it's in the shot. Okay, now go back down here again. You only wanted to be like the tiniest bit of fabric over from the last one, right? So it won't go back through the hole. Pull the orange one down and pull that one down. Pull the orange one down further. And both down together. So you've got, and it'd look a lot better if it was smaller, I'm sure. We're just a bit sideways today. Okay. Right. Probably this is one of my worst videos, but anyway. I'm sorry about this, because like I said, I'm a bit better, but I don't think I can sit here and redo this, because I'm sorry, I just can't do it. So I'm going to have to just, hopefully, you can just forgive me for the mess of this one today, but I just don't feel like a repeat of it. Okay, so there we go. I did say I'm better, but I am, but yeah, I don't know if anybody else has had something like this, but it doesn't like to go away from you properly, does it? It hangs about, these things. Because once you start, so I don't have a rest, well, I sit down resting is my resting. I don't go and get into bed and only for night time. I can't go and lay in bed and do nothing, so I got to keep going, but about this time, because it's nearly lunchtime, I start to feel a bit peculiar. Look, there you go, look at that. That's pretty good, isn't it? So there you go. I hope that you've got that. I hope that it's okay now that you can see what it was. I don't mind if anybody says that they can't see it, that's fine. I know myself, if I'm watching something and it's not in the shot, sometimes you get a little bit frustrated. I mean, you can concentrate on it, but sometimes you can't see it properly, and I'm sorry about that. I just didn't have any videos up, and I felt really bad. When I put it up, I realised it was just not good, but never mind. So there you go. That's how you do that. That's how you get your different colours as you go along. Maybe if you put more in, I don't know, I suppose it would work too. You want to put more colours in, that'd still work for you. And then you can either put a stitch up in the middle of there or bead or something. Depends what you're making, okay? So I'm going to do that. I think this is how the quilters put a knot on the back of their work, because otherwise it'll be too bulky. I'm just wrap the thread around there and just pull it down. Just, yeah, Sonya, you can do it. Just pull it down like that, and then you got a knot. It's still bulky because of the thread that I'm using, but that's okay. This is starting to look pretty good, isn't it? I don't mind that at all. I'm going to put something in there. I know somebody asked me too if I would do letters, you know, like A, B, C, D. But I don't. I've never been a fan, I must admit. I've never really been a fan of embroidering a letter, like somebody's name. So I'm not real sure what I think about doing it. I guess it's not that hard. Couching it down, yes, I've probably done that. You can couch a letter down. You know, the A would be really easy, as far as I'm concerned. Anything to couch down would be okay. You'd probably have to put a little thing on there. I suppose I've got a couple of minutes. We could do A, you know, like that, but I don't know. You'd have, whatever you're doing, you're going to have to draw. You're going to have to draw it first. Whatever you want to do, you're going to have to draw it first. And then I'd get a piece of thread, a piece of string. So I'd have to have something that was a bit thicker than normal. Like, well, I've just used this one, haven't I? But it would work really good if you wanted to couch things down. So what you do is you lay that down there. Actually, you'd have to bring it up through the back first. Have I got some threaded? No, I don't. It'd be best if you brought it up through the back first. This'll work. I mean, you can do it in stem stitch too. I'd probably have done my name. I've embroidered my name on a few things, not very well, but I've done it. So you go up through, bring it up through the back, alright, and just have a piece that you're laying down there somewhere, righto. He can just stay there. He's a bit long, but he'll be right. We won't, try not to muck it up. Now I've got a bit of yellow, and you'll be able to see that going over the top of it, I hope. But should I get a bit brighter thing? No, this will do. I've got my needle threaded, I want to go on that. So I'm going to start off, you could put a knot in there if you wanted to. I'm going to start off down the bottom here, because I've got it, where this is where my A's coming out from the back. I got my thread. And then you go up there like that. So we're getting a few stitches today, okay. It's alright. And you keep going up here like so. Couching him down. Go right back underneath your piece of cotton, because you don't want it to be like you don't want the yellow part to be away from the purple thread, if you understand. Now it might not be the bestest the perfect piece, but we're having a go, okay? So we're going to come down the other side now, so we just turn it round. Come down there. And I'm thinking while I'm doing this, how I'm going to do the middle bit. I'm thinking, nobody panic, I'm thinking. I don't think it'd be that hard, really. Now I'm going to come up on the line of where the A is. I'm going to go down there. First of all, I'll go back to this piece. We've still got it threaded, and we're going to put that down there, because that's where it needs to go now, down to the bottom, righto, in there. Now you can do this with so many different things, you know, make stems out of it and all sorts of things with the couching. But you need to make sure that you've got, you don't want, you can use the same colour, you know, that's if you want to, but I'm just doing this so you can see what's going on, to couch it down with. Of course, you can use anything, ribbon or anything you use as a couching thing. So now to put this piece across the middle, I'm going to come up through the end here, go across there. Have I got a cobbly mess or what? Oh no. Righto, so, and put that across the middle. And there's your A. How's that? I do hope, the lady who asked about this, I hope this helps you a bit, because I think it'll look awesome myself. I'm actually not too disappointed with that. I'm going to put one in the centre. I'm going to put 3 little stitches across there, because so they can show up a little bit better, okay? Does that look like an A, people? I hope it does. There you go. There's a little A for apple, okay? Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that. And I'm sorry about all the mistakes. Talk to you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.